Guys, I'm back again. This is third time lucky. I've decided to, I'm in my wife's parents' flat right now. And they've got the Wi-Fi on full, but what I've decided to do is just sack that off because it's fucking shit. And stay nice and calm and just use 4G. Good old 4G. It's like going back to that reliable dog at home who's there to give you a little cuddle. 4G, I am on. Where were we? 3 easy steps to weight loss. If you want to join my emails, you're probably a bit fed up from hearing this now. If you want to join my emails, click the link above. I'm sending an email out today with various links to downloadable MP3 content that you can then listen to on the move. So if you like my videos, you'll also like the MP3s, and they go out on a Wednesday. So if you want to join my emails, click on that link. 3 easy steps to weight loss. I will start again, and the reason why I'm going to start this whole video again is because the other 2 are probably deleted anyway. So I will begin this again. Step number 1 to losing weight easily and keeping it off is to get more sleep. Now, that might seem strange because you're thinking, well, how could sleep be to do with weight loss? Well, the reason why is that when you get good sleep and good amount of sleep, you produce 2 hormones that are very important to losing weight. Number 1, leptin, which controls your hunger, so just your general hunger, and then ghrelin, which controls your portion control. So if you don't produce these hormones, it is so easy to have a second plate, a third plate, have 4 biscuits, 6 biscuits, 8 biscuits. I will raise my hand be the first to admit that when I haven't slept, I mean, in general, I'm a bit of a sugar addict anyway. I've got to be so careful with not stocking it in the house. I'll talk about that later, but fuck, am I bad. I am so bad when it comes to overindulging when I've not slept. My sugar cravings go through the roof, and maybe it's because it's a placebo because I know the science. I know that when you've not slept, your cravings for carbohydrates, for sugars, for food in general just goes up through the roof. But the point is, I'm just like anyone, just a human being. So it's just this thing where when you get sleep, when you get a good amount, sort of ideally 7 to 9 hours per night, when you get that amount, you produce those 2 hormones. So it means that when you go to eat a meal, not only do you feel less ravenous going into that meal, but also when you go to eat it, you don't need to eat as much in the meal. So just really quickly, how do you get great sleep? Well, the way to get great sleep is this has been my personal experience, is to take magnesium before bed. And I've been talking about that for a long, long time on this group. But if you want to find out more about that, just message me. The second thing to do is to black out your room. Make it as dark as physically possible, ideally so you can't even see your hand. Makes it kind of interesting if you need to get up in the night for a pee. I end up kind of stumbling over my poor wife and bumping my head on the end of the bed. And so black out your room, take magnesium. There are a couple of others. One is be really physically active during the day. So make sure you get a workout in, or a long walk, or do a yoga session, or do loads of stretching, or be really active. Use your body in a physical way during the day. That's going to help you sleep as well. And then the last one is to create a sleep hygiene habit that means you are in bed, ideally like as early as you physically can. So for me, like if I get to bed at 10, that's not great. But if I'm in my actual bed at 9:15 and I'm lying there with my book and I'm reading, I will drift perfectly into that sleepy state by about 10 o'clock and then be gone. And then the next morning I wake up, I normally get up out of bed about 6:30. So magnesium, black out your room, try and do something really physical during the day. whether it's a long walk, a workout, lifting weights, resistance training, a dance class, cycling, a yoga class, whatever it may be, but try and be physical in the day. And then also, like I said, black out your room. And then lastly, make sure, my brain's just super slow this morning. What did I say for the last thing? Make sure you get to bed at the same time each night. Make sure you have good sleep hygiene. Thanks for putting out with me, warriors. My brain, I feel really good this morning. But you know, you have one of those mornings where you're sort of just really mellow. I'm just really mellow this morning, so my brain's like kind of just slowly waking up. I haven't had a coffee yet. So that's number one, get more sleep. Number two, easy step to losing weight is to keep it off, to feel lean, to feel slim for life, is to fast. I'm a humongous advocate of fasting, and the reason why is because all of the receptors in your brain and the hormones in your body dramatically alter in your favor for weight loss when you don't eat. Now, I know that sounds fucking obvious because everyone's like, well, yeah, that's what a diet is. But fasting isn't a diet. I'm not suggesting to you that you do fasting and then, don't eat the calories that you need for your body. This is keeping your calories exactly the same. So let's say you eat 2,500 calories every day. I'm not suggesting you change that one bit. All I'm asking you to try and do is eat those calories between 1 p.m.-ish, 12:30, 1 p.m., and 8 p.m. And be very strict about that window. And the reason why I don't want you to eat or try not eating from going to bed and right the way through till 1 o'clock, and the reason for that is the same as the first reason. It's to do with leptin and ghrelin. Leptin is this, like I said, this portion controlling hormone, and ghrelin is your hunger controlling hormone. And those hormones don't really work if we are always eating. So if we're always snacking, if you're a snacker, or if you're someone who loves a bowl of cereal in the morning or porridge, or if you're someone who loves to just have bits of fruit all the time and bits of nuts and all these things, and you tend to do that all throughout the day, if you're someone who's like that and you want to lose 4 pounds, 8 pounds, 20 pounds, 3 stone, who knows? I don't know what it might be for you to feel light and lean and strong. If you're that person but you snack, on an absolute scientific level, you're hindering your results because you're preventing those two hormones from working. So the point of what I'm trying to say here is don't change that 2,500 calories that you need. I'm not suggesting one bit that you go on a diet. I loathe diets. There are probably a couple of things that I really want to be able to do before I leave on this planet. One is get people to deep breathe and meditate, but also two is get people off diets. Because diets really truly do not work, and this is not a diet at all. This is a way of you getting your body to be at a more optimal place for well-being. And the more optimal place it is for well-being, and the more in control your body is in that way, the more weight loss will happen just naturally. So the second key is to do intermittent fasting, which is, like I said, finish eating at 8 p.m. every night, and then try and just not eat your first meal the next day until 1 p.m. And you'll notice that you'll just be less ravenous for sugar, less ravenous for carbs, less ravenous for all these things, these snacks that we have this huge myth in the West that we need to snack. And we need to have bits of fruit, and we need to always be eating and grazing. And actually, you look in the East where people have effortless levels of leanness and health. They don't snack at all. They eat 2 or 3 meals a day. They sit down for each meal, and that's it. There's nothing else in between. So that's part of the wisdom as to why that's working for them, is because they're not snacking. So that's the second one. First one is get more sleep, and you can go through all those tips again as to how to get better sleep. The second one is to do intermittent fasting. So just don't eat until 1 p.m. every day. still eat the same amount of calories as always, as normal. So if you need 2,500 calories to maintain weight, then still eat that amount of calories. The third key to really easy and simple weight loss, and it kind of follows on from the second key here, is to eat a lot of fat. Now, a lot of you might be thinking, well, that's crazy because fat makes you fat because it's 9 calories per gram of fat, whereas carbs and protein are only 4 calories per gram. But the point is, from my research and experience, reading and the science that's coming out, for people who have struggled with carrying, like I said before, 4 pounds, 8 pounds, 20 pounds around the tummy in particular, that is a sign that you're glucose intolerant. You are unable to digest carbohydrates properly. Now, what a lot of people have been told and misled on is that we need to eat a low-fat, high-carbohydrate diet to be well, to be healthy. And that is quite literally, I think, this is personal, the biggest myth that has ever been pushed our way by society. And the reason why that we were sold this idea that we needed loads of carbohydrate and very little fat, the reason why that was sold to us was because it came in line with the marketing companies who were producing this food in the 50s, 60s and 70s when we were starting to be told that fats were bad for your cholesterol. And when that was all going on, we suddenly got fear-mongered into believing that we needed to eat these cereal bars and bowls of cereal and bread and low-fat and all these crappy, crazy bad for you, sugary, weird treats. Eat loads and loads and loads of excessive amounts of just low-fat, high-carb stuff. And it made the world sick. It made the Western world sick. And it is still making a lot of people sick today and making them overweight. Because there's a belief that carbs are great, carbs are amazing, you get loads and loads and loads of those in, and fats obviously are bad for you, and that's the way to go. I'm here to tell you that isn't the case at all. And this is not, I'm not alone on this. My God, this is the healthy eating wave, and the real healthy eating wave, the wave of what we might call real food, has been coming through for many, many years now. But it's to say this: when you eat coconut oil, when you eat avocado, when you eat loads of eggs, when you eat all these foods, they're very satisfying to your body. And because they're satisfying to your body, you don't need to eat loads and loads and loads of them to get your nourishment. Now, it also happens to be that these foods are very, very dense in nutrients that you need for good brain health. So not only are they satisfying your body, helping you stop eating so much, but because they're good for your brain health, you feel more well up here, you feel more alert, more energetic, and because of that, you don't get these highs and lows in energy, and because of that, you're able to just go for massive long walks, and you're able to lift weights and do resistance training, and you're able to feel so incredibly well and do your sports and be fit and be active and just be so on it, because your brain is getting fed by the fats, because fat has a direct relationship, and cholesterol has a direct relationship with the health of your brain. So if you're eating a low-fat diet that's high in carbohydrate, you are literally making it harder for you to lose weight, because not only are you probably getting excessive glucose in your body, but you're also not feeding your brain with enough fat to make yourself feel well. And if you're not getting that wellness, then doing those workouts and being active and going for that long walk and just being strong and fit and healthy is just so much harder to do. So I'm just going to really, really quickly go through what I believe is the perfect day for weight loss and staying slim. It's to wake up after 8 hours sleep, number one. Ideally waking up. Don't die in the morning, please. Number 2, don't eat until 1 o'clock every day. If you want to have anything, have spoonfuls of coconut oil, have butter, do my coffee, my coffee recipe, which a lot of you get freaked out by, which is, I do my NutriBullet, I put the coffee in, nice good quality organic coffee, and then I whiz it with butter and with coconut oil, a bit of sea salt, And it's a way of me getting my fats in for my lovely brain, and then it whizzes up, and it's like a cappuccino. It's so good. Seriously, you got to try it. So I pour that in my cup and I have that. But anyway, so I'll have cups of coffee, maybe just one. I mean, ideally just 1 cup, but then I'll have. So first thing, get 8 hours sleep. Second thing, have a buttery coconut oil coffee if you want that, or not. If you don't want coffee, that's fine. Just have spoonfuls of coconut oil. But you can have fats. You can have plenty of fats on the fast. 1 p.m, have a whole avocado, tons of salad leaves, loads of roasted peppers, loads of cucumber, and just tons of just salad, just load up on that salad. Like have some berries, have some raspberries, have some blueberries, have some extra nuts, like have a load of pistachios and almonds, and then protein. So important you have protein. So some tuna steak, salmon steak, sashimi, or some beef, some chicken, lamb, whatever it is. But basically go for a really awesome, fatty, healthy green salad at lunch that makes you look at the plate and go, wow. Because that's what I hate about diets. I do not want people to be on diets, because I want you to look down at your plate and be like, oh my God, how am I going to eat all that? The joy of it, the avocado. By the way, who here loves avocado? My God, I love avocado so much. It's like my family, avocado. My family, avocado. No, I can't compare, but I just love avocado so much. But yeah, when you have that salad, it's like, it's loads of grated carrot, loads of grated courgettes, cucumber, avocado, a big old load of salmon steak, loads of olive oil, chuck that on, and sea salt, and all these good things. And have that salad. You're going to feel so satisfied after it, because it's full of fats and good stuff. But please skip on the bread, skip on the rice cakes, skip on the crackers and all these extra bits, because that's coming later in the day. Then in the afternoon, if you're someone who really needs to eat in the afternoon, that's great. You know your own body. Have a meal and probably try and match the kind of meal you had at lunch for the afternoon meal, let's say 4 o'clock. And then for the last meal of the day at 7-ish, 7:30, this is where you eat very similarly to how you ate at lunch, except what you do is you add your carbs. So you have like a massive bowl of rice. Like what I tend to do, I'll give you an example. I tend to eat my evening meal, which is sometimes like a couple of roasted sweet potatoes, a salmon steak, and a big load of salad. I'll have that for dinner, let's say. For dessert, it's like a healthy dessert, I make a massive like the bowl is like the size of my face. Like the bowl is fucking huge, and I fill it with rice, really good quality organic rice, and then I pour in coconut milk on top of it, like coconut cream, so it's dairy free. I pour that on, and then I just sprinkle cinnamon and a few chops of banana, like half a banana, not loads of sugar, but just pop that in on top as well, and then I eat that massive load of carbohydrate. Now the reason, why do I have the carbs then? Well, I have the carbs then because what that then does is lead to better sleep. Because studies have shown that if you eat low carb in the day and high carb at night, you get better sleep. So then if you sleep well, because of that, don't forget to take your magnesium. If you then sleep well, the very next morning, bang, you've had your 8 hours of deep sleep. Wake up, do your fasting, don't eat till 1 o'clock. And so the pattern continues. So let's go through the pattern. Get 8 hours sleep. Fast until 1 o'clock. Have a massive salad full of the most amount of green vegetables and good stuff that you can find. Skip on the bread, skip on the carbs, just have loads of avocado, tons of olive oil. Be super generous with the olive oil, with the nuts, and just really load up on the fats. Afternoon, have something fairly similar if you need to. Dinner, have very similar again, like loads of veggies and protein, and then just go back crazy on the carbs. Ideally rice. Rice is phenomenal. Make that rice pudding. That is the most delicious, healthy rice pudding. It's like giant bowl of rice, loads of coconut milk, a little bit of sea salt, cinnamon, tiny bit of banana, and just mush it together. Whack that in. Beautiful. Then that leads to amazing sleep. And then the next day, next morning, boom, you've had your 8 hours. So therefore do you know what I mean? Then the cycle continues. So let's go through, just to finish this up, the 3 keys to consistent weight loss, never having to diet, no fucking gimmicks. I hate diets. The 3 keys to weight loss and keeping it off. Number 1, get good sleep. 8 hours a night. Number 2, fast till 1 o'clock every day. And number 3 is, and my mind's gone blank because number 3 is, number 1, get good sleep. Number 2, fast. And number 3, eat low carb in the day and eat high carb at night. So the number 3, I've lost, this is my brain this morning. I need to go and have some fats right now. I haven't eaten anything this morning. I need to go have some coconut oil. Number 3 is eat loads of fats during the day. This is a great example. My brain's being shit right now and I need to go eat some coconut oil. Number 3, eat loads of fat in the day and eat carbs at night. My friends, that is all from me. If you want to join my emails, click the link above, join my emails for free. I'm going to go and have some hydration, have some water, have some coconut oil because I clearly need it. And that's all from me. I hope you've been enjoying these smaller daily coaching videos. Please, please, please leave your feedback. I would love, love, love to hear from you as to how you find these smaller sessions, more of them. My friends, I love you, and I will see you on the group later on.